Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Your beloved Curious One is back again with a crazy question, which is, what exactly is going on around us? Well, this is not about simple things. This is about a high-skill, totalitarian control, which we are getting pushed towards. Let me explain more. This video is going to be based on the UFO, alien, and all of these things, the theories related to this, the conspiracies related to this. Why? Because CNN, Fox News, bunch of other news have confirmed the existence of UFO and aliens among us. There are several CIA unclassified documents that are now available online and offline in the form of paper form. You can get a print out of them. We are living among them and they are living among us. So technically, they could also look at us as aliens conquering their world, because before us, they used to be them. It's not from us they came out, from them we came out. So that's how it goes. So we all are coexisting. It's just about the matter of time that who and when meets one of them face to face. Beside that, let's start from the top. Years ago, there was this huge agenda of Hollywood to introduce life forms on other planets. Later, that Hollywood agenda actually turned out to be a reality, because most of the things Hollywood kind of produces come out of reality. It's not like you sit down and say, oh, maybe we should go to Mars. There's been some stuff going on that the idea was given to the producers and directors and actors and all turned out to be a movie, right? So from then, we've been moving towards a lot of zombie-based movies. Like zombies are attacking us, people are getting infected, turning into monsters, eating out of each other's brains, eating each other's body parts, and later actually transforming into more highly intellectual beings that attack each other and completely rule upon the planet. Zombie idea came out of the rabies virus. If the rabies virus was to be transferred to humans, I mean, if you have seen someone with rabies, you know exactly that person has lost the brain, because the virus takes control over the brain. So I'm saying all of these things quickly, but slow down this video and take a look at all of these topics that I'm combining to reach the final question. So zombie, Generation Z ends by a Z. Zombie lands, zombies, I don't know, World War Z, all of these things also end by Z. So there's a connection. Don't act as if there is no connection. There's no conspiracy. There's absolute connection over here. They have prepared us for such a long time about a very vicious virus that would wipe the humanity. And in order to fight with it, we had to actually lose a lot. Now, all of a sudden, meanwhile, we started talking about army going into space. Why the fuck would we need army into this space? What threat are we facing that we need a bunch of folks up there with heavy artilleries? Then all of a sudden, Trump came on and said, oh, I'm signing an executive order for Space Force. If you ever knew anything about military, anything about defense, anything about armies, you would shit yourselves hearing such crazy executive order. Why would we need an army in the space? Now, think about that. Just hold that thought. All of a sudden, we started having pandemic. Pandemic took our rights away. We no longer have rights to talk. Like our freedom of speech, freedom of living, freedom has even gone. We are no longer free. Which links to the Bible verse called the Revelation 13:17. No man, no woman will ever be able to trade, business, do business, live, do anything without having the mark of the beast. Now, the virus happened. this pandemic forced people for a solution and obedience. They locked down most of the businesses, they destroyed the economy, everything got ruined, and boom, 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 we got forced towards a solution, which is vaccine. The vaccine neither prevents nor cures this disease. There is no such evidence so far. Those people who got vaccine maybe got prevention for a while, but it's not a cure. The virus has been able to enter even through the hardest layers of protection. Go search for yourselves. None of these Pfizer, all of these vaccines are prevention for a very limited of time. It's not cure for the rest of your lives. So yeah, congratulations, you got a vaccine, you're immune for a while, but who said so? Many people who got it got sick and died. So it's not like always a solution. It's not a solution, and especially it's not a cure. Cure means you have organic form of defense, which is your T cells and B cells. If you don't know about those things, go search. Now, we got forced towards this vaccine. Vaccine really goes side by side to the Bible verse that says, mark of the beast. You get the mark of the beast, there will be business with you. You don't have it, you don't get it. However, mark of the beast is a permanent mark. This vaccine could also not be really the mark of the beast, could be something else after this vaccine that will be mandatory. Like you have vaccine, if the vaccine is not letting the government control you completely, then we will have barcodes. Without barcodes, you won't literally exist. So keep all of these in mind, right? Now, we are getting pushed and pushed and pushed constantly towards accepting that our rights will be taken away from us when such a mass pandemic happens. You and I will no longer be able to say anything about wearing a mask because everyone else doing it, so we have to do it. Otherwise, we don't get the chance to coexist in the society. However, army in this space, mandatory vaccinations and all of these drama because of some sort of a life form that destroys humanity. Now, two mega things, and beside all of them, aliens. So three things, right? Existence of aliens, army in this space, vaccinations. What all of these things are telling you, what the hell is really going on around us? We are getting prepared for something far threatening than ever before. This statement, this hypothesis is not really conformed. Yet once you put all the puzzles together, you're like, we are literally getting prepared for something major. Let's see some of these alien forms reveal themselves, and interaction between humans and these alien forms creates a deadly virus that takes over the brain and turns humans into zombies or into them, mutating into them, or some sort of a new race comes out of humans and aliens. Or these aliens could be spreading something that is so lethal that humans need to be prepared for by wearing a mask or something. Or there could be a war coming up against the life form that is returning, or a life form that wants to take back the land that now we live on. All of these things, keep all of these things in mind. You may say, but these are all conspiracy. Where are the aliens? But there are proofs now. Like they are literally saying UFO exists. So if you're still in denial, you're an imbecile. We were no longer free. All of these ideologies that come to our heads came from someone who was more intellectual than us. If you have a child below the age of 5, give a knife to that child. No, do not give a knife to that child. I do not recommend. Let's say, give a plate to that child and ask the child to serve you just like a waitress. The child will drop the plate on the ground and start crying because the child brain cannot comprehend with such an order, right? So how the hell would you accept such knowledge that we have that came out of nowhere, right? That came out of nowhere, suddenly just came to us. How would you know that this little notebook kind of a thing, like a writing part, whatever this shit is called, pocket notebook thing, had to be designed in this way. Someone had to make it, right? Someone with more intelligence. So all of these things, keep it in mind. What the hell is going on around us? Folks, sooner or later, I don't know if we will live long enough to see those days, we will be dealing with something way harsher than this little pandemic. This pandemic was a preparation of knowing that your rights could be taken in a snap away from you for your protection, yet for the control over you. Also, it was a wake-up call that there could be a disease so lethal without which we could not with which we could not coexist anymore. So we would be needing to rely on heavy medical resources. And also, this pandemic was a wake-up call that there will be a day that we all need to come together and accept something that is not acceptable by force. So keep all of these in mind. I'll try to see if I can make a second part out of this because it's almost 12 minutes. That's a long video. But go think about all of these things and see what is going on around you exactly. Around all of us exactly. Until the next, stay safe. Triple check everything before you take that vaccine, because if you had it, you're technically immune for almost 8 months. And that's if you go and give antibody test and they say you are no longer immune. So don't rush for this vaccine. It's incredible, it's great in its own way. However, the organic form of defense is always better than the chemical one. So cheers for that, cheers for now, and peace.